Hey there, it's Ron with Insurance for Texans, and today we're going to talk about, can I sign up for health insurance after open enrollment? But before I go there, if you love the video that you're seeing, hit the subscribe button to the YouTube channel, hit the alert notification so that you'll be kept up to date with any time we're providing this kind of information to you about insurance in the state of Texas. That said, one of the questions that gets brought up is, can I sign up for health insurance after open enrollment? Where did that come from? Well, the Affordable Care Act was signed into law in 2010. In 2014, we got the healthcare insurance exchange. That brought policies that had minimum components, and they had to be sold to anyone regardless of pre-existing conditions. What they did when they put that into place is they took the last couple of months of the year, November and December, and they said, if you're going to sign up for a health insurance policy for the next year, you need to do it then and you need to commit to the whole year. That was a great thing for the insurance companies. It allowed them to identify exactly who was coming in. It got a full year's coverage so they could level out the cost, and it was great for them. However, there was some negative ramifications for Texans, and that was primarily in that it cut down on the options on what was available. And specifically, if you were on COBRA or you had certain things that were going on and you lost coverage in the middle of the year, what do? You got to get insurance, right? So there's basically four ways that you can get insurance outside of open enrollment. So number one, you can go on a health sharing plan because those can be enrolled in at any time. The second is a qualifying life event. The third is use a short-term medical plan. And the fourth is to use catastrophic health insurance. Today, we're going to focus on the last three because they are true health insurance, but I did want to mention that the health share plan is an alternative first. So qualifying life event, what is that? Well, that is where you have a loss of coverage as a result of a list of things. So the first one would be a change in your household. Maybe you got divorced. Maybe you got married. Maybe you are widowed. Those are things that would qualify you to enroll for an Affordable Care Act plan outside of open enrollment. The next one is a change of residence, and this is one that my office has dealt with recently. A person moved from Colorado to Texas during the middle of the year. The exchange-driven plan in Colorado does not afford coverage in Texas, so there was the ability to change and enroll in a Texas plan when that move occurred. The last piece of this are going to be just other life events. So that could be maybe you got out of jail. Maybe you had a loss of coverage due to COBRA running out. The reality is, if you've got this in play, there is a 60-day window after that cutoff where the coverage ends that you can enroll into a short-term medical plan. But on day 61, your entry's gone. The second way that you can obtain health insurance outside of open enrollment is through a short-term medical plan. What is a short-term medical plan? Well, they came around after the Affordable Care Act put open enrollment in place. The politicians said, wait a minute, we have people that are going to lose coverage during the year. And so they put this provision in there. So short-term medical plans, when they were first put in place, had a maximum time limit of 3 months, and you could keep it for 3 months and then go through open enrollment and go on to a regular ACA plan. That's changed. You can now keep that plan for up to 364 days, and you can have it for a total of 3 years. But they are not compliant with the Affordable Care Act. They were intended to be a stopgap, but now people are using them for regular coverage. They're more flexible in the benefits that they offer to you because they do not have to meet the ACA guidelines. That said, they also don't have to cover pre-existing conditions. So there is underwriting involved. You may not qualify for one, you may. It gives you true insurance. It is flexible. It can be more cost effective, but it does have some pitfalls. The last piece that you can do is a catastrophic health insurance plan. These are things that can be enrolled in anytime throughout the year. They do provide great protection if the proverbial stuff hits the fan. They're made up of a critical illness policy, an accident policy, and a hospital indemnity policy to provide you big ticket coverage while you pay cash for your underlying doctor visits. They don't cover pre-existing conditions, so that can be a knockout for some folks, but it is true insurance. It provides you great flexibility in a very cost-effective fashion, and will allow you to obtain that insurance and continue it on without any sort of cap as to how long you can keep it until you turn 65. So you do have options as a Texans, but you need to evaluate which one of those options works best for you. Always act quickly because of the 60-day window, but talk to a professional and see which of those plans can make sense for you, including time when it's open enrollment. I'm Ron with Insurance for Texans. If you want to read more about enrolling outside of open enrollment, hit the link in the description of the video. It'll take you to our blog where you can read all about the information. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ron with Insurance for Texans. Have a great day.